Welcome to your weekly tarot reading check-in for December 1st to the 7th. Whether you are new or are a longtime subscriber, thank you for joining the Dog Star Pack. There are readings for each zodiac sign based on the element of your sign, and each reading is timestamped below for your convenience. I'm Heather Allison. Here on my channel, I combine traditional tarot meanings with intuitive insight. And whether you are here for monthly and weekly forecasts or to learn more about tarot, my goal is to support you in living with more purpose and self-trust. If you want to learn tarot, check out my Tarot Talk series where I break down one card each week in a very simple bite-sized way, and you'll find the link to the playlist in the description below. Finally, if you find value in today's video or simply enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share, and be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. It tells me what kind of content you want to see more of. Now let's dive right into the cards and see what the week ahead has in store for each zodiac sign. My wonderful fire signs, this one here is for you. So I've already pulled the cards and I'm just gonna turn them all over. So we start here. This is your energy. You have the Queen of Swords and the Hermit. So this is telling me that right now you are going through a phase where you are going within a little bit with that Hermit energy. You're contemplating, thinking about things, thinking about the next stage, the next direction that you want to go in. This is a general reading, so it could be in your money, career, finance, or it could be in your relationships. It can even be health or just life in general. But with the Queen of Swords and the Hermit here combined, this is telling me that you are seeking truth, that inner wisdom, that inner truth, but you're also seeking how to plan and strategize the next steps in your life and where it is that you want to go in. This here is going to be your challenges. This pile here to my left, to the right is your strengths, and at the very end is the outcome cards. So I'm just going to quickly take a look here at the your obstacles, challenges, weaknesses here. And you have the Six of Cups and you have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so part of this inner reflection is there's some contemplation going on about the past, because this is in your obstacles, your challenges position. This is saying that that reflection about the past, the way things have been or were, or what should have, could have, would have. And it's that kind of contemplation, like thinking about past mistakes and how you could have done something different to be in a different position in your life now. So it's that contemplating, that over analysis of the past. And that reflecting on the past is kind of it's your obstacle, it's your challenge right now. It's like you're not getting over it. And I do believe that you're thinking about things that you should have done differently, you could have done differently, things that you did do and the outcomes, and maybe the outcomes weren't quite what you wanted them to be, because you have the Seven of Cups as well. Clarifying this can be a card of many opportunities, but in this position, the one caveat with this card is there can be so many things in front of you that you can't make a decision, so you take no action. And this is what's really happening, is that reflection on the past is keeping you from taking action now in the present, because there's just too much. It's too much. And again, that overemphasis and focusing on that, what could have, should have, would have been. And so you need to learn to go get past that. And with that Queen of Swords and Hermit energy, I do see that happening, because the Queen of Swords, she rules her kingdom, but it's all the kingdom of the mind, the thought, or how we communicate, how we express ourselves. So she has that mental acuity and awareness and that ability to plan and strategize. She's very sharp. She seeks the truth. She seeks knowledge. She's very logical in that kind of way and practical with her knowledge. So this is you, and this is what you're reflecting on with that Hermit. You're going inward and doing that self-analysis. Where is it that I want to go? What is it that I want to achieve? And it's almost like you're thinking about maybe even things that have happened over the last year, and we're getting close to the end of the year. We're wrapping up the end of the year, and you could be looking at did things pan out the way I wanted them to pan out? Like, have I gotten to where I wanted to be by the end of 2025? So you could be thinking about, okay, what do I need to change and pivot for 2026 to make those goals happen and those goals a reality? So let's take a look at your strengths here. And you have the Page of Cups and you have the Seven of Coins. So this is good. The strength here is that you can really clearly analyze you know, what it is that you want to, your goals are, what you want to achieve, and how you can get there. The other thing too is with this Page of Cups here, it's also the strength is when you align your goals with your emotional happiness, emotional security, and satisfaction, and just that being in service to others. When you align your goals with that, they're more likely to manifest. And so there's this realization of that as well. But again, with that Seven of Coins here, it's you have the patience, you're willing to wait because you know when you get to where you want to be. Again, general reading could be in your money, career, finance, could be in your relationships, but you know when you get to where you want to be that it's worth the wait. Okay, so there's this analysis, this contemplation on what it is that I need to do to get to where I want to go, aligning with your with this sense of purpose and sense of service to others, helping others, having that empathy here. And these really are your strengths, and the patience, and having the patience to wait if you need to. Now, your final outcome card, yes, it is definitely worth the wait. And for many of you, I do feel like this is in your money. So money, career, finance, that can include investments. It can include property because money, we get money from our property, buying, investing in properties. This can be career, like your actual job, wanting that promotion, wanting that raise, changing positions or jobs so you get a nice little boost to your income, having a second stream of income. But whatever it is this is Nine of Coins here as your final outcome card. This is financial security and financial independence. So this is a step up in your finances, in what you earn, in what you in your earning power. And with the sun here, this is blessings. This is the universe, like it's illuminating it, it's helping it to manifest, helping it to grow, and shining its light on this. So what I see here is this, as you align, as you know, you reassess your goals and how it is that you're going to get there and what it is that you want, and you align that with this sense of purpose and this sense of service to others. That's when everything kind of clicks and falls into place, and those rewards, those financial rewards come in. And again, the universe has your back here with the sun. It is blessing you. This is like good luck, it's happiness, it's abundance and success. So very nice. I'm going to turn over your other cards. So your angel number you have is, and I'm going to put my glasses on now because I need to read. So you have 1111, which is high vibes. This is all about like change, optimism, joy, communication, messages. And this is telling you to work with what you have and it will get you places. Make sure that you're counting your blessings and acknowledging your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. And you might also be getting some good news soon. And that Page of Cups, this pages can represent information and news coming in as well, but even that Queen of Swords there too. Now this is an angel healing card, and it is telling you to work on your base chakra. So choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, your career, and your finances, as your words determine the outcome. That Queen of Swords, you're sitting in that power right now. You know that your thoughts, that your words, that part of you can really determine the outcome, determine what comes in for you. You're putting out that vibration through words and communication and thoughts. So that you have that understanding right now with that Queen of Swords. So work with that. And then this is finally a Forest Oracle card, and you have the meandering path, which is flow. This is, you're getting into the flow this week. You're really getting into sync with what it is that you want, what it is you want to achieve, and your thoughts are aligning with that. And finally, we're doing an animal speak rune, and you have the woodpecker, and it's represents a new rhythm. So you are finding a new rhythm for yourself, a new groove, a new way to like, you know, move and go forward. And so I'm really liking this energy for you for my fire signs. So that concludes the reading. I really hope that you found value in this week's video. And if you enjoyed the reading, again, found it fun, informative, or both, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next week. Take care. This reading is for my wonderful earth sign. So if you are a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo, this reading here is for you. So we're going to start with your energy, some obstacles and challenges, strengths, and things that are coming in for you, and then final outcome. And then we have some oracle cards and animal speak runes this week. So, okay. My lovely earth signs. What do you have? Okay, so you're starting out with the Nine of Wands, one final obstacle or challenge before you see that light at the end of the tunnel, and then you have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so something that you've been working on, this is a general reading, so it's going to resonate differently for each of you. Some of you, it could be in your money, career, finance, others in your relationships, and others, it could just be in day-to-day life or even your health and wellness. But there is one final obstacle or challenge that is going on right now with you, and you're feeling very run down with it. It's like almost exhausted from the fight, and it's like I know I just need to dig in a little bit more, and just one more challenge, one more obstacle, one more round, and then finally I can be done. And with this Ace of Swords here, this is also, this is a couple things. This can be some insight, some information coming in for you to give you clarity on that final obstacle or challenge that you have in order to reach your final goal. So it's having clarity, information coming in, or can even be a download, some truth being realized. So, and some of that truth could be about the final end goal. Like maybe you've changed what it is it's going to exactly look like, or what you exactly want it to look like. And so you could have that insight and awareness as well. So that's your energy for the week. In your obstacles and challenges here, you have Faith, which in other decks, this is called the Hierophant, and you have the Tower. So, okay, I feel like part of the obstacle and challenge here for you is quite literally you are losing faith in yourself. You are losing faith in the end goal, in what it is in your dreams, and in yourself and your ability to achieve it. And this is really turning your world upside down here with the Tower energy. It's like I feel like, you were on some kind of path. Again, area of life is going to be different for each of you, but you were on a path, very clear goals in what it is that you wanted to achieve, and what the end goal was that you wanted it to look like. And suddenly you've been shaken. There's been some kind of disruption, and it has shaken you to where you're not quite sure anymore. Right? You're losing faith in your ability to achieve it and make it look like what you wanted it to look like, but also there's this sense of maybe what I wanted isn't quite exactly what I wanted, right? Because you have the Tower here, and this completely turning something over on its head is what you have as your obstacle and challenge. So it's really digging in and finding that inner strength and that intuition, and having that faith in yourself and believing in yourself that you can overcome this obstacle. That is what your challenge is for this week. And in your strength, you have the Hanging Man and you have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so moving forward with your goals by connecting them to your heart space. I know I say that a lot, but really, when you, even if it's materialistic goals, if you can align them to your sense of purpose, and you can come from the point of view of how can I be of service to others? How can I make an impact on those around me and help other people? Then those even materialistic goals tend to actually come alive. And they're more fruitful, and you tend to actually realize and manifest those easier. The universe really likes reciprocity. Okay, what goes around comes around. And you have the Hanging Man here. So one of the things that's happening with this challenge is you're beginning to see things from a new perspective, and you're seeing how, okay, maybe my goals were, yeah, they were coming from a good place, but they were a little bit selfish. They were just more about me, versus how they're going to impact other people around me. And once you pivot that, you're going to find that those things, you see the path forward more clearly here. And that could be where that Ace of Swords is coming into, that download, that insight here. So your final outcome card, you have Death and you have the Nine of Cups. Okay. Okay, so Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. So this is really looking like you have a new vision of what it is that you want as your end goals, as what you want to achieve in life, in your, again, career, relationships. Maybe it's all of the above. And this week, this turmoil, this upset, this change that has happened is making you rethink everything and restructure. Okay. And because of that, you are going through this death, this personal transformation where you're being reborn in a new way. And again, I really feel like that this is this alignment with a sense of purpose. And this is an alignment with how can I be of service to others? How can my actions better the lives of other people is one of the things that you're aligning with here. Be very conscious of what it is that you want to create. Deliberately and intentionally create what you want and who you want to be. Because whatever this personal transformation is, with the Nine of Cups beside it, this is the wish fulfillment card. So basically, however you want to change and however you want to change your goals, it's going to happen. Okay? So just be very clear that you're coming from a good space with good intentions, and that you are also, really thinking it through in what it is exactly that you want to achieve. Because, yeah, you don't want to inadvertently, kind of attract something that you don't really want with that wish fulfillment card. So I'm going to look at your angel number, and I'm going to put my glasses on because I need to do some reading. So you have 5555, which is compassion, love, affection, self-love, attention, kindness. This says several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. And we can see that with the Tower card. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. There's that Death card. You need a mental shift toward greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. And that is what's in your strengths position this week. Put your faith in your gut and inner voice and pay attention to your feelings and use them to help you become a better person. Wow. Yes, that completely resonates. And now we're going to look at an angel therapy card, and you have clear yourself. And this says make sure that you're asking the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. Definitely, because especially with that Nine of Cups, you don't want to be carrying that forward in your wish fulfillment, anything that's negative or toxic. And then finally, we have our forest, mystic forest, and you have the reflecting pool, stillness. So this is really a time for you to be still, to go within and listen to that inner voice, that intuition, and see what it's saying. See what your heart's desire really is this week. And that's going to also help you come up with answers. And then your animal speak rune, which we're wrapping it up, is the dolphin, which is new hope. So this week is really, you're going to be finding new hope. You're going to have this feeling of almost like devastation, like you're completely off track. And it's like, how can I continue to go forward? And then suddenly there's a mental shift and this new hope. So that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you found value in it, if you liked it, enjoyed it, found it informative, fun, or both, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell, and I will see you next week. Take care. And now for my water signs. If you are a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, this reading here is for you. And so these first cards at the top here, this represents your energy. These are your challenges and obstacles this week. This is your strengths and things that are coming in to help you. And then at the final end here is your final outcome cards. And then I have some oracle cards and an animal speak rune is what we will wrap it up with. Okay, so your energy here, oh, beautiful energy. You've got the 10 of coins and you've got the Queen of coins. So this is looking like there's stability around you, stability in your finances, being very practical in your spending, very wise in your spending, but really, trying to create a home environment that is very stable and nurturing for other people as well, where everyone's needs are being met. But with the with the 10 of coins here as well, this is indicating that, if your money situation hasn't been so great, you could be getting money news this week. These two cards being coins do indicate for many of you, this is about money, career, finances, but something is telling me that this is about something else. This is like relationships and stability in relationships. And the reason why I'm saying that is, with the Queen, two things. The 10 of coins can be legacy wealth, inheritance, building up wealth so you can retire, building up so you can have a very stable family life, home life, right? All your needs being met. And the Queen of Coins, the queens are the nurturers. They're the mother energy. And so this is why I'm kind of getting this vibe of this is about relationships for some of you. So it'll be interesting when we turn some of the other cards around. But there does look like there's stability, or there's this desire to create stability here with this Queen of Coins and the Ten of Coins. But it does look like you are kicking butt when it comes to your money career. um, and okay, so in your challenges, you have the Seven of Wands. So this is standing your ground and making sure that there's boundaries. So you haven't been very good, because this is in the position of challenges and obstacles. You haven't been very good at setting boundaries. And what are those boundaries related to? Relationships. Okay, so it's the relationship boundaries. So whether or not that is with a romantic partner or partnership, this can be, it's your one-on-one relationships with other people that you haven't been very good with setting boundaries. And so there's some stress and anxiety about that, and that is coming to a head this week as well. It's going to be something that you're going to have to deal with. So let's see what is happening over here in your strengths. So you have the Knight of Wands and you have the Empress. Okay, so for some of you, you could be looking to get pregnant, you or your partner, with the Empress here. But then you also have the Knight of Wands, and this can be, moving forward. Knights are doers of the tarot deck. They're action cards. That's the knight on a quest, on a mission, slaying that dragon, right? But this is the energy of wands, our passions, our desires, the things that really ignite us and make us feel alive. So with the Empress and the Knight of Wands as a strength, an opportunity for you, this really has this energy of that you have the opportunity this week to mend relationships, to work on relationships, get that flame going back in a relationship. And if you are not partnered, this is an opportunity for you to perhaps ask that person out that you've been thinking about and just maybe not brave enough yet. And this week you have that courage with that Knight of Wands to actually, go out and ask that person. Or if you're asked out on a date and normally you'd be a little hesitant too, with this Knight of Wands here, you're very well supported in saying yes. You're going to have a good time. So make sure that you say yes. Now, in your overall outcome card, we have the World and we have the Page of Wands. Okay, so this does indicate that whatever's happening here with your, and I'm going to link it to the challenges here, that whatever issues that you have had with setting boundaries with other people, standing your ground, speaking your truth with other people, those issues are coming to a close here with the World. The World does represent one chapter ending, so a new one can begin. And the new chapter that's beginning is Page of Wands related. So this is very novice energy, unlike the Knight of Wands, which is the action-oriented card, right? The Knight's been around the block a little bit, so has a little bit more experience, so is actually going on that quest, going on that mission. Whereas the Page of Wands is that novice Wands energy, just kind of dipping the toes in the water, getting a feel for it. This can also represent information or news that you're very passionate about. This can be that offer to go on a date. This can be your significant other saying like, hey, let's go on a weekend getaway, or something like that. Or even a new person. It doesn't even have to be romantic. It can be just a good friend, a close person to you, or that new opportunity to make a new friend, someone that you'd have a close relationship, or business partners too, that you're aligned with your goals and you're doing something with that person that really aligns with your sense of purpose with that Wands energy. So you are learning to speak your truth. You are learning to stand up for yourself. So that chapter's ending, so the new one can begin and you can move forward with healthier relationships. I really do feel like with that coins energy, that was about grounding and stabilizing the things that you already have in life, especially when it comes to relationships. Now we're going to look at your other cards. I'm going to put my glasses on because I do need to do some reading. And your angel number card is 0220, which is pleasure, leisure, rest, holiday, pleasure, affection, love, kindness, happiness. So you are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. If you tell your family and friends how you feel, you'll find that they're all on the same page and you can work together effectively. Many people are rooting for you. If you spread love, it will find its way back to you multiplied. Okay, so that's speaking that truth in relationships. This is an angel healing card and you have the heart chakra. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. And then finally, this is a Mystic Forest card, and you have the Crystal Cave Trust. So if one of the thing is with that wands, that challenge, that obstacles. So if it wasn't about boundary setting, it could be the putting that wall up, because Seven of Wands is about protecting oneself, cocooning, right? Maybe you were cocooning your heart because in the past you've experienced something that was difficult. So the Crystal Cave is telling you that now is the time to let down those walls and be less guarded and open your heart so you can receive love. And it does look like the entire message here is about receiving love and being open to it. Now, your animal speak rune is, of course, it's mating. So it's about relationships. So this week is all about relationships, working on your relationships, and opening your heart and learning to trust and letting down some of those boundaries, or down some of those walls, but also making sure that you set healthy boundaries with other people so you don't get walked all over either. So I hope you enjoyed this reading and you found value in the video. If you enjoyed it, found it fun, informative, or both, please like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell, and I will see you next week. Take care. My wonderful air sign. So if you are a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, this reading here is for you. These first cards here are going to represent your energy for the week. These are obstacles or challenges. So even if they're positive cards, I will be reading them as challenges. This here is going to be your strengths and opportunities, and this is your final outcome card. And then I have some oracle cards, and I have an animal speak rune this week. Okay, so air signs, what is going on with you? Okay, you've got the Ten of Wands. Stressed out, burned, a lot of responsibility on your shoulders this week, and you do not feel emotionally connected to what it is that you're doing. In some way, you're not emotionally connected to it. This is a general reading, which means that it's going to resonate differently for each of you. Some of you it's going to be in your money, career, finance. Other people, it will be about relationships. Others, just day-to-day life or your health and wellness, or all of the above. So, but whatever it is you've got a lot on your plate. There's a lot of responsibility being placed on you, and you are like, look at him. He can't even stand up, right? He's crawling on the ground. He's got this bundle of wands on top of his back, weighing him down. These are the responsibilities. This is the stress that is being placed on you. And what's happening is you're feeling unfulfilled. The Eight of Cups represents this is a walking away from a situation because it doesn't fulfill you anymore. You don't feel connected to it anymore. So something in your life you are not connected to. Comment below. I'd love to hear what that is. What area of life? Is it your job, perhaps? Is it, friendships? Is it family members are getting on your nerves? It's that time of year, right? Or is it just something else? Are you tired of living in the house that you're living in? And is it just not doing it for you anymore, the location that you're in, and you're looking for something new and spicy? So comment below, let me know. And your obstacles here. So we have the Eight of Coins, which is the worker bee. Yeah, with all that stress there and responsibility. And you have the Star, which is renewed hope and faith. So as a challenge and obstacle, what's happening is you are overworked. You are burning that candle at both ends, and eventually it's going to catch up with you. So you need to slow it down. Okay, my air signs, please slow it down. But what is happening is because of this overworked, being that busy bee, because the Eight of Coins is a worker bee card. So you are just going full throttle, forward full throttle, and it's making you lose faith in yourself, lose hope, right? It's this feeling of the things that you want in life, the things that you want to achieve, your own personal happiness. It's making it feel like it's impossible, that it's not going to happen. Or you're losing sight of that. You're losing sight of your own beliefs, your own dreams. And because you're so focused on like working or that whatever responsibilities are being placed on you right now. So that is your challenge this week. Your strengths and opportunities. So what can help you here is the King of Swords. This is the master planner, okay? Because swords is mental energy and communication. And the king, they're the authoritarian of each suit. And the king is the leader. So he's strategizing, making plans, using logic and reason, right, to figure things out, forgetting about the emotions and connecting that way. So this is really you being able to tap into that. You are an air sign. You are someone who is so good at using your brain power to think things through, at communicate. So if you need help from other people, communicate that. Delegate responsibilities. That's one of the things that you can be doing. Strategizing and mapping things out. So you're doing little chunks, bite-sized pieces for that end goal. How can you make things more efficient? That's another way that you can use your brain power, and that's one of the things that the King of Swords does. The other thing too is you have the Six of Coins, which is the card of reciprocity, giving and receiving. So again, asking other people for help. So not just, it seems like you're the one giving all the help to everyone right now, but now it's time to call in some of those favors, right? And get people to help you out. Part of this is also that I also feel like but making plans that are aligned with how they can help you and how they can help other people. So some of your goals, your personal goals, if you can align them to be a benefit to you and to other people, you're going to find that plans are going to happen quicker, but also easier. Okay, it's going to be less stressful, less work. You'll see. The universe has a way of doing that. And then at the very bottom, our outcome card. Okay, you have the devil and you have the moon. Okay. Okay. So what I'm seeing here, because I know people say, oh, the devil. But the one thing that the devil does represent, I mean, it can be addictions and many things like that that get in the way of us being our true selves and living to our full utmost potential. But in this case, you have the card of devil can represent materialism. So you have the card of materialism and a card of intuition and those hidden things, that hidden talents inside of ourselves. And yeah, that feminine divine power here with the moon. So what I'm seeing here is that perhaps one of the things in the past, and this is where that obstacle also comes in, that you've been so focused on your goals, on the materialist aspects of your goals, that you've lost sight of the spiritual side of your goals. And so your final outcome is that marriage of the two and blending them. And I really do see that with that King of Swords, that logic, mind, and reason, and that reciprocity. It's that learning to blend, again, balancing your needs with the needs of the whole, a learning to balance materialism with spirituality. Like, how can you be, because you can be both. People who are in the spiritual world, it doesn't mean that you have to be poor or a pauper, right? Like you can still make money, you can still earn money, you can still do things with it. It doesn't mean that you have to live like this life on a mountain where, you're all by yourself and you don't enjoy things in life. It's not that at all. So what you're trying to do this week is marry the two of them. That desire to create in the physical world, but also in the spiritual side, in that side of yourself. It's that kind of, when you think about it, is that as above, so below, right? And it's mirroring that wealth and abundance that you get from spirituality and bringing that into the material world. So, okay, we're going to look at your oracle cards now. And your angel number here, you have, I'm going to get my glasses on before I get too far. So you have 2112, and I'm so sorry if you can hear my bird chirping in the background. He's mad right now because he's not out flying around. So it's new, it's hope, new beginning, fresh start, lifestyle, purpose, and spiritual awakening. This is a call to action to move forward. The sooner you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you set out to do. Those with patience will eventually reap the rewards of their perseverance. So that is your angel number. And then your angel therapy card is integrity. So this is about aligning your actions so they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. That is exactly that blending of that materialism side of the devil card with that intuition side of the moon card. And then finally, our Oracle Forest card, we have Secret Spring, which is success. So when you do this, when you blend the two, you're going to find that success comes to you, but in any area of your life. So this can be relationships, this can also be money, career, finance, but it also comes easier to you. Okay. It's not that burdened 10 of wands where you have to be weighed down with all this responsibility. Things will flow easier. Now let's take a look at your animal speak rune, and you have the swan, which is a new realm. Yeah, you are entering a new way of being by blending this materialist side with that spiritual side. And this is going to take you to new heights that you haven't seen before. So I really like this for you. Make sure that you comment below. I'd love to hear what that is, what your goals are, and what it is that you're trying to do. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and thank you so much for joining me today. And if you found value or just found the reading fun, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. And I will see you next week. Hi, friends. So I have some exciting news. I've been working behind the scenes on developing a new program or new set of videos that is going to really help you to align with your sense of purpose and direction in life and your soul's calling, as well as build your relationships and make them stronger. So make sure you tune in the new year. There's going to be tarot videos. There's also going to be videos on astrology and also like some shadow work and lifestyle stuff. So make sure that you tune in the new year. That's going to be 2026, a new year, new you. And really looking forward to this launch. Thank you for joining me. Take care.